Friends, U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump were having dinner with reporters yesterday. During dinner with reporters at a hotel in the U.S. Capitol, Washington, D.C., gunshots were suddenly heard, and several shots were fired at Trump. At that time, President Trump and First Lady Melania were evacuated on an emergency basis. Donald Trump himself claimed on True Social that he had never been attacked so fiercely before. At the time when shots were being fired at him, his security guard made him sit under the table, which is quite embarrassing for Trump. However, Trump was not harmed much in this attack. His security guard protected him on this journey. However, Donald Trump claimed that he cannot be removed from the Iran war by attacking Trump, because since Trump was staying inside the hotel, there were several marches outside it to stop the Iran war. Even one person came out of that procession and started this shooting incident, and many people think that Iran is responsible, and Iranians are behind this incident. And this is even more clear in Donald Trump's statement, because Trump himself stated that he cannot be removed from the Iran war by attacking, and Trump also claims that his profession is the most dangerous profession, because everyone wants to attack the supreme leader of a country, and it is very difficult to escape from everyone. And that is why Trump said that there is no more dangerous profession than this, because Trump has escaped like this time. However, we have received news. The gunman at Trump's dinner has been identified and arrested. A post by Vox News and the New York Times reported that the suspect's name is Paul Thomas Allen. He is 31 years old and a resident of Torrance, California. And since this person is a citizen of the United States, the arrow has been removed from Iran, because U.S. President Donald Trump thought that Iran might have attacked him. But when the gunman was identified and arrested, the real truth came out. In fact, the person who shot him was a citizen of the United States. And because of the Iran war, the prices of everything in the United States have increased a lot, and the U.S. economy is also being destroyed. And because of this person could not bear it and opened fire on Trump. But whoever the gunman is, no matter what country he is a citizen of, he is our soul brother. If he could have killed Trump, we would have been happier. Because of this crazy Trump, wars are spreading all over the world. The world's economy is on the verge of destruction today. Thousands of innocent people in Iran and Palestine are dying in large numbers because of this Trump. Trump is killing citizens of Iran and various Middle Eastern countries for no reason by bombing them indiscriminately. And because of this, Trump's death means that sweets are being distributed all over the world. However, Trump himself has admitted that Iran is not involved in the shooting that was done on him. This is their internal matter. Friends, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Agarsi has left Pakistan before the U.S. representatives arrive. You may know that there has been a lot of talk for the past 2 days that the U.S. and Iran are going to hold a second round of talks in Pakistan. But that meeting is not happening anymore. The meeting ended before it started. You can now see on the screen that the famous Bangladeshi media Daily Ittifaq has published a news, where the headline is that the Iranian foreign minister left Pakistan before the U.S. representatives arrived. Yesterday, we heard that Iran will not hold any meeting with the U.S. at the same table. And today we see that they have left Pakistan and come to Iran without holding any meeting. Iran will not hold any meeting with America. And since Iran has left Pakistan, the U.S. delegation is also not going to Pakistan anymore. And Trump has also confirmed that the U.S. delegation is not going to Pakistan for peace talks. That is, there will be no more peace talks between Iran and the U.S. Because even though the U.S. repeatedly talks about peace talks, they never sit for peace talks with Iran. They do not even make any proposals that will allow peace talks to be completed. Donald Trump is always thinking about how to fight Iran well, how to make the middle child more restless. And since the talks between the United States and Iran and Pakistan have failed again for the second time, it is safe to say that this truce may not last much longer. Maybe today or tomorrow, the war may start again in full swing, because the United States has already started preparing. They are loading powerful bombs on their fighter jets. On the other hand, Iran is also not sitting still. Iran is also taking out its powerful missiles from underground bunkers and setting them on new targets. That is, a major conflict between these two countries can start very soon. Friends, while this is the case, the United States has imposed sanctions on Chinese refineries. You can now see on the screen that the famous Bangladeshi media outlet The Daily Ittifaq has published a news headlined U.S. sanctions on Chinese refineries. The United States has imposed sanctions on a Chinese TIF refinery on charges of buying Iranian oil. The Trump administration announced this information last Friday. The Jerusalem Post reported. According to the allegations, China's Hagley petrochemical refinery has been brought under sanctions. The U.S. Treasury Department claims that the company, as one of Iran's largest buyers, imports billions of dollars of crude oil and petroleum. And China refines the oil it buys from Iran in this refinery. And that is why the United States has imposed sanctions on this Chinese TIF refinery. And, in my opinion, this sanction will be limited only to the pen and paper. And the United States will not be able to target that Chinese refinery in any way. One after another, Chinese oil tankers are reaching China every day through the Strait of Hormuz with oil. The United States did not have the power to seize a Chinese ship. Every Chinese ship has crossed the Strait of Hormuz without any problems and reached China. The United States could not stop a single ship. And the United States is now loudly saying that they have imposed sanctions on an oil refinery in China. In fact, these sanctions of the United States will not do anything against China. They will only be limited to the pen and paper. Friends, you must remember the story of Venezuelan President Maduro, who was kidnapped from Venezuela by U.S. President Donald Trump, and after bringing him back, Trump was making many big speeches. This time, ignoring the Trump administration, the New York court has ruled in favor of Maduro. You may know that the New York court is famous all over the world for establishing justice. No matter how much Trump is the president of the United States, and no matter how much Maduro is the president of Venezuela, justice is still established here. Trump accused Maduro of smuggling a large amount of drugs into the United States, and thousands of people in the United States are dying because of the drugs sent by Maduro. Donald Trump fabricated such a case against Maduro, and this case made by Trump is completely baseless. This is the ruling of the New York court, and this shows how big a fault Trump is. It has been proven once again that Trump is a madman and Maduro is not involved in any kind of drug trade, and that he does not smuggle any drugs into the United States. And Trump's face has been unmasked in front of everyone. Friends, can Iran really be behind the recent dinner where gunmen shot at Trump? Be sure to comment and let us know your opinion on this. And to get all the news from all over the world first, subscribe to our YouTube channel Razib History now and click on the bell button next to it. See you in the next video. Until then, stay healthy and well.